Hey there, welcome to 4-Minute Friday with me, Brian Conway. This video is for sales managers, sales leadership, or business owners. If you run a sales team of any size, this will help you improve the performance of individual contributors and therefore the overall sales performance of your sales organization. I want to share with you in the next 4 minutes a really simple acronym, a 6-letter acronym, which represents a really simple framework for identifying what is the obstacle, what is the barrier that is stopping somebody, an individual contributor, performing at their best? What is holding them back? And this is part of my coach framework. So coach is an acronym. The O stands for obstacles. As I said, what is the barrier that you've got to try and identify and therefore fix? So the 6-letter acronym I want to share with you, I suggest you write this down, is DKDDDB. All right, DKDDDB. DK stands for don't know. They don't know how to do something. So I don't know, give it some context. I don't know, let's say a demo is part of your sales process. Okay, so you do some value discovery and then you demo your product or service, whatever it might be, software, etc., and show how it would achieve the outcomes that the customer's trying to achieve in theory. All right, but maybe they don't know how to do an effective demo. Maybe they don't know how to structure it, how much content to put in. They don't know how long it should last, etc. So if you recognize that that's the fact they've never actually been told how to do an effective demonstration, then now you know what to fix, don't you? You put them on some training, or you coach them through that process, or they sit in some other demos and watch best practices, etc., and learn it. All right. Now that's very different than the second part of this acronym, which is DD, because this implies that they do know, but they just don't do. And that's very different. So then you've got to understand, why don't they do it? Maybe they don't feel they've got the time. Maybe there's so much pressure on them by you, right, to get deals through the sales funnel, through the sales process, that they're maybe trying to shortcut stuff. They do some discovery and then do a quote, and then the customer says, no, let me think about it, whatever, because they haven't seen the value in the product or service because they skipped the demo part. I don't know, but you know what I mean? There's just something that they're not doing. So they know how to do a demo. You've sent them on training in the past, they're just not doing it. If that's the case, then obviously it's a different set of coaching, a different set of management techniques that are required, because now you say, look, you know what you're doing, why aren't you doing it? Let's try and re-engineer some of this stuff back into your demos, or let's put demos back into the sales process, or whatever it might be that you've identified. So what if they do it though? What if they are doing demos? So they know how to do it, okay? They are doing it, but they're doing it badly, DB. That's the final part of this, do badly. Why is it bad? What is it that's broken in their demos? Maybe it's just they don't have, passion, or they're not coming across as excited, or maybe they're not linking it back to the value that they've identified. They're just doing a feature dump on the customer. I see this all the time. People will say to me, look, I've only got 45 minutes. I don't have time to kind of evaluate some of their business needs and create that connection. I've only got time really just to show what the software does. But that's worthless. Again, you'll have bad conversion rates if you're not going through the process. So if they're doing it badly, or something I've seen recently is somebody who said, well, this is the product line's sort of demo format, so I'm just delivering that. I wouldn't do it this way, but that's what we've been asked to deliver. And if that's the case, that could be your fault, but that's the case, maybe as I said, that passion doesn't come, they just don't feel comfortable, and that comes across, and therefore they have bad conversion rates. So each one of those, whether they don't know, they don't, or they do, but don't do it, or they do it, but do it badly, they all require a different set of solutions. Because you don't send somebody on training how to learn how to do it if they know how to do it and they're just doing it badly. So something else has got to be fixed. And that's the point. It's about identifying the true roadblock. It's about identifying what is really holding an individual back and then fixing that thing. And sometimes, as I said, what could be seen as the problem, as in they just don't do particularly good demos, the reason for that could be a number of different causes. So that's the purpose of this framework. So I hope you found that useful. Think about it when you're coaching your sales individual contributors now, and if you've identified perhaps a weakness in the sales process, particularly an area where their conversion rates are low, then why? That's the question you want to ask. Is it because they don't know what to do? Is it because they know what to do, but they just don't do it? Or they do it, but they just do it badly? And that'll give you some much better insight into how to fix things. So I hope you found that useful. My name's been Brian Conway. So this is 4-Minute Friday, although just gone over as usual. Please like, share, comment, always appreciated. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the comments and I will come back to you on that. until next week, and I see you again. As I said, have or as I always say, I should say, have a great weekend, and more importantly, a great week of selling next week. All the best. Bye-bye.